Hello everyone, welcome to the class. Let me just check if I'm online. Give me one moment. Good afternoon, Akshay. I'm really sorry guys, just give me one moment. Let me just still check if I'm gone online. Okay. Alright guys, welcome back to the class. And in today's class, we have learned some concepts from physical world and measurements, right? In the measurements part, whatever topics we have learned in measurements, we are just going to do some numericals based on the same. Okay, so that's what the focus of this today, the class today is going to be, right? And before we go ahead, my name is Mohana. I'm a physics educator at Unacademy, and I'll be basically taking your class 11 and 12 physics in Unacademy. So, and also this is my Telegram link. You can follow me on the Telegram link. So before going for any live classes, or if there is any update, I'll be sharing the same in this Telegram group. And also, and this is actually my this is the common Unacademy, ICSE and ISC board Telegram group, right? And the link for the same is given over here. You can follow this channel as well. And just like Maithili, hello Maithili, right? And good afternoon Maithili. And today's class is we are basically going to be studying, right? Today's class we are only going to be looking at the numericals from your unit 1, all right? And just like how we have special classes on the YouTube app, we also have special classes in the Unacademy platform as well. And you can take any of your favorite educators' classes for free. And we have a pool feature. So using that feature, you can engage with the educators, right? And also, since these classes are live classes, you can clear any of your doubts you have. You can get them cleared then and there. Now, there's a link in the description box, right? You can click on that for class 11. It will take you for all the previous classes, for the previous special classes that are free, right, that I have taken. You can go check that. Also the upcoming sessions also will be over there, and you can just say, like, if there is an upcoming session, you can just say notify me, and then the class is going to start, you will get a notification. Other than that, you can also use my code MTIS10 to access these classes. Next, the upcoming special classes for the next for the June month, I'll be sharing soon. Now, in case if you're taking the Unacademy Plus subscription, these are the advantages that you'll have. One is you can you can attend these classes, live classes, at the comfort of your home. Next, you'll have unlimited access to all your courses. So you'll have access to chemistry, biology, physics and math. Okay, so you'll have unlimited access to all of these courses. Now, all the educators on the platform are good, so you'll be learning from top educators. Now, every fourth session, let's say today if a session batch is starting, every fourth session, right, is a doubt clearing class. Why we have that is, let's say the first 3 days you're learning a concept, okay? Now, the fourth class, if you have any doubts on those concepts, you can get them cleared. In case, because of any reasons, if you cannot attend the live class, means you can actually, you can watch the class recording and ask the doubt for the same as well, okay, in the doubt clearing session. Now, in the Plus subscription, we will be covering your entire syllabus, right? Also, there are live test series. Now, any concept you're learning, always try to take a test based on the concept you've learned, so that you will actually have an idea of whether you've understood the concept or not. So, we have live test series. Every weekend there would be a live test series. You can attend the live test series, and after that, right, there would be an analysis session for the same. Now, in the analysis session, in case you got all the answers right, that's great. Then you can ask the educators about whether the method they have done is right or not. And in case if you've got anything wrong, you can correct that as well. We have upcoming batches coming for class 11, so do check out. Now, the another important, next is the course pricing. See, if you, as you take, as the number of months increases, right, the course pricing per month decreases. Okay, so if you're taking a 2-year subscription, this is the price, right? For class 11 and 12, if you're taking a subscription, this is the price, and this is the price per month. Now, if you take class 11 subscription right now, class 12 subscription is actually free. So you're paying the course fees for 1 year, but you're getting the course for 2 years. All right. To get the same, you can use my code MTIS10. Also, on the same note, if you're using my code, you'll be getting a 10% discount. Any plus subscription if you're taking, you'll get a 10% discount. Now, UNSAT is another Unacademy's national scholarship admission test. If you're taking your IIT NEET or IIT JEE or NEET UG on 2023, right, then onwards, right, then you can actually attend for this for this admission test, right? In case if you're in class 9 and 10, and if you're looking for foundation courses, then also you can take this test. So, these test is a computer-based test, but it will be conducted in the offline centers of Unacademy. Okay, and this is happening over 40 cities. The last date for registration is June 2nd, and June 4th and 5th would be the dates. The test will be conducted on 4th and 5th. Okay, both dates. Now, all the test takers are getting an Unacademy t-shirt. If you come in the top 40 ranks, then you can win an iPhone. Now, depending on the percentage you're getting, right, depending on how much percentage you're scoring, top percentage you're scoring in the examination, you will get a scholarship up to 90%. Now, this scholarship is valid in case if you're taking IIT JEE, NEET or foundation courses in the Unacademy centers, or even in case if you're taking an online subscription. Now, the course fee is around 199 rupees. Again, you can use my code MTIS10 to get a 10% discount on the same. Okay, so if you're in one of the cities where you know, right, if you can take the exams, right, then do attend, try the series, and say if you want any more information, drop it in the chat box, and I'll tell you about the same as well. Okay, and today's class we are going to just do numericals. So I hope you've understood the concept well. So let's try doing this on a question and answer basis so that you know how to do this question. The first question is, because in the first unit we learned about fundamental quantities and derived quantities, right? Based on the fundamental quantities, how many light years are there in 1 meter? How many light years are there in 1 meter? Okay, you can try doing the question, and in case you get the right answer, you can share it in the description box as well, right? So in the chat box as well, you can drop in a message if you're getting the same. So how many light years are there in 1 meter? Let me just repeat that. Okay, see, one light year. Okay, light year is nothing but what is the, let's hear from you. What is a light year? You would have taken the previous classes, right? What is 1 light year? One light year is basically the speed, right? So the distance traveled by light in vacuum in a year. Okay, so Akshay has given an answer. Let's see. All right, so 1 light year is nothing but distance traveled by light in 1 year, right? So now 1 light year in terms of meter means, 1 light year is basically 9 point, right? 1 light year, just give me 1 second moment, right? 1 light year is basically 9.46 into 10 to the power of 15 meters. Okay, this is the distance traveled by light in vacuum in 1 year. Okay, now this from here, if you want 1 meter, okay, from here if you want 1 meter, 1 meter will be 1 divided by 9.46 into 10 to the power of 15 light years. right? So if you solve this 1 divided by 9.46, you will basically get around, I'm taking the power, if I want it in after 1, okay, if you're basically giving it at 1.507 into 10 to the power of minus 15, in this case it will become minus 16 light years. That's how much 1 light year is. Okay, so Akshay has given Akshay has given the same answer, right? 1.057 into 10 to the power of minus 6. That's the right answer. Okay, so that's how many light years are there in 1 meter. The next question is, the average distance of sun from earth is 1.469 into 10 to the power of 11 meters. We're going to express this in light years and parsec. How do we do that? We just saw, right? What is this, the distance between earth and sun? What do we call that? So in the orbit, you have basically the sun in the center, right? So earth somewhere over here. The distance between the earth and the sun. What is this distance? Right? Think about this. What do we call the distance between the earth to the sun? Right? So here, 1 light year. 1 light year is what we just saw. It is 9.46 into 10 to the power of 15 meters. That's 1 light year. Okay. Now, we want to find the average distance of earth from sun from earth. Okay. Average distance in this case. Average distance from earth from sun, they had given it as 1.469 into 10 to the power of 11 meters. Okay, that's what they have given in the question as. Now we're going to express this in light years and meters. Okay, now 1.469 into 10 to the power of 11 meters is equal to what? This value is equal to, if you want in terms of, if you want this, the whole thing, right? If you want this in terms of light years, then you have to divide this value by 9.46 into 10 to the power of 15 meters, right? Because 1 light years is so many meters, right? So if you want to express this in terms of light years, it is basically 9.46 into 10 to the power of 15 meters. So if you solve for this, you will basically get the answer as right, you will get around 1 point. Okay, and here what we are doing is, from here, this equation is very simple. Now this question given over here is 1.46 into 10 to the power of 11 meters is actually given, right? From this question we can find 1 meter is basically 1 by 9.46 into 10 to the power of 15, right? Light years, in terms of light years, right? Now I can substitute over here for meters, right? Then I'll have 1.469 into 10 to the power of 11 into, what is 1 meter? 1 divided by 9.46 into 10 to the power of 15 light years. So anybody who has the answer for the same? So this will be 1.58 into 10 to the power of minus 15 light years. And once again, before I go ahead, all of the questions I am taking from your basically from your reference books. So I would have taken questions from Newton, ICSE Physics Net, 11th Standard Physics books, and also from your reference books, SL Arora. Okay, that's where I've taken all of the questions from. All right. Now this is light years. This is meters, right? The distance between Earth to Sun expressed in terms of light years. Now we have to express in terms of parsec. How do we do that? Now for that, let's take the same, right? Let's try doing the same. Okay, now if I take one parsec in terms of meter, 1 parsec in terms of meter is 3.084 into 10 to the power of 16 meters, right? That's 1 parsec, right? Now how do we express this? How do we express this in terms of meters again, right? Now we know this distance is basically 1 point distance between your sun, right? There's sun, and they've given us the, I'm really sorry about that. the question, the distance between the sun and the earth, right? This distance is given in the question, right? This distance is given as, in the question, this is given as 496, 1.496 into 10 to the power of 11 meters. This is actually given distance between the sun and the earth. Average distance is given over here, right? Now, this in terms of parsec, 1 parsec is basically nothing but 3.084 into 10 to the power of 11 meters. 16 meters. That's 1 parsec. Okay. Now we know this distance is 1.496 into 10 to the power of 11 meters, right? This is nothing but equal to 1.496 into 10 to the power of 11 by, how do we substitute for meters? If you substitute for meters, that will be this in terms of meter. 1 meter would be 1 divided by 3.084 into 10 to the power of 16 parsec. So substitute for this. This will be 3.084, right? In case of 1 meter, instead of 1 meter, that substitute 1 divided by 3.0184 into 10 to the power of 16 parsec. Solve for the same, then you will get the answer. In this case, in parsec, you will get the answer as 4.85 into 10 to the power of minus 16 parsec. Okay. But the average distance, the distance between the earth and the distance between the earth and the sun, this is given by, which unit does this give? This is given by 1 astronomical unit. Okay, so 1 astronomical unit is the average distance between earth and the sun, right? And the value of 1 astronomical unit is this. 1 AU is actually, in terms of meters, is 1.496 into 10 to the power of 11 meters. Okay, clear? Can I move ahead with the next question? Right. Okay, let me go ahead. Now, the next question is very simple. How much longer is a millisecond than a nanosecond? Right, you guys can try the question. As soon as you have the answer, you can tell me in the chat box. Let me also start the question. How much longer is a millisecond than a nanosecond? Okay, so millisecond, how do you give millisecond? Okay, millisecond, 1 millisecond is nothing but 10 to the power of, how much is 1 millisecond? Minus 3 seconds. And 1 nanoseconds is 10 to the power of minus 9 seconds. 1 millisecond, how much longer is 1 millisecond than a nanosecond, right? How much longer is 1 millisecond than a nanosecond, right? 1 millisecond, right, by 1 nanosecond is basically equal to 10 to the power of minus 3 seconds by 10 to the power of minus 9 seconds. From here, you can see 10 to the power of minus 3 plus 9. This will be 10 to the power of 6, right? So 1 nanoseconds is 1 milliseconds is what? 1 milliseconds is 10 to the power of 6 times 1 nanosecond. Okay, so 1 millisecond is 10 power 6 greater than nanosecond, because nano is 10 to the power of minus 9. We are talking in terms of the negative scale, right? Nano is so smaller than a millisecond, right? So can I go ahead with the next question now? Okay, let's go forward. All right. Now, a new unit of length is chosen such that the speed of light in vacuum is unity. Okay. What is the distance? What is the distance between the sun and the earth in terms of sun? Sun and the earth? Okay. In terms of the new unit. Okay. In terms of the new unit, if light takes 8 minutes and 20 seconds to cover the distance. Okay, so actually the light from the earth, for us to reach us, it takes about 8 minutes. Okay, so we are seeing 8 minutes. If light leaves now, whatever light we are seeing right now, right, that is emitted from the sun, is actually we are seeing it 8 minutes later from there, where from it left from the earth's surface, so from it left from the sun's surface. Okay, here the speed of light, okay, in SI unit, the speed, a new unit of length is chosen such that the speed of light in vacuum is unity. Okay, so what is the speed of light in the SI unit? Speed of light, right? Speed of light. Speed of light in vacuum. According to SI units, what is it? Speed of light in vacuum in SI units. What will be the speed of light of vacuum in SI units? This much is easy, right? This is just 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second, right? Now, the new unit of length, right? The new unit of length, Prema, 3 into 10 to the power of 8. That's, I guess you forgot to write the 8. Right, Prema, that's right. New unit of length is 3 into 10 power 8. Okay, meters. Okay, 3 into 10 to the new unit of length that they are saying is 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meters. Okay, in which the speed of light is unity. Siddhartha, you're asking me what's the difference between unit and dimension? I'll cover that I'll finish the question and I'll give a few minutes for unit and dimension. Don't worry, there is an upcoming class for units and dimensions again. Okay, so this class we are doing numericals, but before ending the class, I'll try giving you a brief introduction. Would that help? Okay, now the SI unit, okay, the distance between earth and sun. How do we get the distance between in SI units? In SI units, okay, distance between the earth and sun. Distance is given by what formula? Distance is given by what formula? Distance between earth and sun. How do you calculate distance? Anybody who can tell me how to calculate distance? That's right, Prema. This will be speed of light, right? This will be speed into times. That is correct. That's speed of light. Okay, speed of light into what is the time taken to reach us, right? From the sun, when the light comes out, no, what is by the time it reaches the earth, right? What is the time it taken? Speed of light into the time taken, right? Speed of light, this quantity, okay, speed of light we know. Speed of light is nothing but 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second. Time taken is what? Speed of light is known in SI units. Time taken is already given over here. Time taken is basically 8 minutes into 28 minutes, 8 minutes, not into 8 minutes, 8 minutes 20 seconds. Right, now this is in terms of minutes and seconds. Okay, now 8 minutes 20 seconds in terms of minutes, how much will you get? 8 minutes 20 seconds in terms of minutes, how much will you get? So if you want to convert this minutes to seconds, then you will basically multiply this minutes, right? Instead of minutes, you have to again multiply seconds, right? 8 minutes is basically 480 seconds. How do I get that? It's very simple. 8 times, let's do this in a new page, right? 8 minutes 20 seconds, right? 8 minutes in terms of seconds is 8 into 60 seconds, right? And then you have plus 20 seconds. 8 6 are 480, right? 8 6 are 48 into 0. This is 480 seconds plus 20 seconds. So 8 minutes is 480 seconds and plus 20 seconds you will get 500 seconds. That is right, Prema. 480 plus 20, 500 seconds. You're right, Prema. Absolutely right. That's the answer. Okay. Now from here, let's continue from here. The speed, right? The distance. distance between Earth and Sun that we took is basically 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second into, right, we have meter per second into 500 seconds now. Seconds gets cancelled. So if you multiply, you will get, I'll write it in terms of power, you will get 1.5 into 10 to the power of 11 meters. That is the distance between Earth and Sun. Okay. Now, we are going to express this in terms of, we have taken an SI unit and we are expressing the whole answer in terms of a different unit, right? And so that's the question that is asked for us. So over here, we are going to take, let's say, the numerical value of the speed, right, of this, the value that you've gotten, right, for the distance, okay, in the SI unit, right, into its unit is basically equal to the numerical value in the new unit times the numerical value times the unit, right? Now, what is the numerical value? This is the numerical value in SI units. This is the numerical value. Okay. Now, N1 and N2 are the numerical values, and U1 and U2 basically gives the unit, right? What is N1 over here? N1 is nothing but 1.5 into 10 to the power of 11 meters. Okay. This is N1. N1 is basically the numerical value. This is a concept we learned earlier, right? U1 is basically over here meter. U1 basically talks about the meter, units, and this in case is meter. What about N2, right? N2 is what we want to find out, but U2, right, and U2 over here, would be in terms of meters, right? According to the question, in terms of meters, right, U2 will actually be 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meters, because this is according to the question. Okay, U2 is this value. N2 is what you want to find. So from here, if you substitute, what will be N2? This will be 1.5 into 10 to the power of 11 meters by 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meters. Okay, so what will be the numerical value in this case? Meters gets cancelled for the second unit that we are considering. Okay, the unit. Okay, this is this N2 will give the numerical value, okay, of the new unit that we are considering, where we are saying the speed of light is 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meters, right? In this case, we have taken the unit to be 3 into 10 to the power of 8. Right, now here, if you cancel this, you will get 500. So the distance between the Sun and Earth in the new unit is 500 new units of length. Okay. That is 500 new unit of length is the new unit you've gotten for this question. Okay. The new unit of length is chosen such that the speed of light in vacuum, in vacuum is unity. The distance between the Sun and the Earth in terms of the new unit, if light takes 8 minutes to cover, okay. Right, in this case, the new unit that you got is around 500 units. So the distance between Sun and Earth is 500 units, 500 new units of length. Okay. Now, the next question, let's try doing something very simple. Okay, very simple. That will just test our knowledge. Okay, what is the volume? What will be the first question? Let's just see. Volume of a cube of 1 centimeter. The unit is in centimeter. Okay, let's do some conversion. Right, is equal to. Okay. I want the answer in meter cube. What will be the volume of a cube of 1 centimeter? Centimeter conversion to meter. Now 1 centimeter is equal to 10 to the power of minus 2 meters. Right? What is the volume of a cube? What is the volume of a cube? Volume of cube. Right, volume of cube, right? If you have a cube, and you want to find its volume, the volume of the cube will be 1 centimeter. It's 1 centimeter, right? Cube. The volume will be 1 centimeter cube. So if the volume of the cube is 1 centimeter cube, then in terms of meter, how would you express it in terms of meter? 1 centimeter is given as Prema, that's right, 1 into 1 into 1 centimeter cube, right? But we want the answer in meters. How would you convert centimeter to meter? 1 centimeter is 10 to the power of minus 2 meter. So that should basically give you, in this case, you'll take 1 into, what is that? 1 centimeter is how much? Centimeter square is 10 to the power of minus 2, right? Centimeter is 10 to the power of minus 2 meters, right? 1 centimeter is 10 to the power of minus 2 meters, the whole cube, right? That will be the value of the cube, right? Now, so from here you will get the answer as 10 to the power of minus 6 meters. That's the volume of the cube. Okay, volume of a cube of 1 centimeter is equal to 10 to the power of minus 6 meter. In terms of meters, it is equal to 10 to the power of minus 6 meter. Right, centimeters. So smaller unit when compared to the meters, so it will be just 10 to the power of minus 6 meters. Okay, let's do one more question. One more question. Now let's look into the unit. Right, let's say, okay, a vehicle, okay, a vehicle is moving with the speed. Okay, a vehicle is moving with the speed. The speed with which the vehicle is moving is 18 kilometer per hour. Okay, now how do you express this unit in meter? You want to express this, you want to express this particular distance that is moving, right? A vehicle moving with a speed of 18 kilometers per hour covers how many meters in 1 second? We want to find out how many meters it will cover in 1 second. How do we do this question? So what is the quantity we need to find here? According to the question, what should we find? A vehicle moving with the speed of 18 kilometers per hour covers dash meters in 1 second. What should we actually find here? Speed of the vehicle is given. Speed of the vehicle is given. It is 18 kilometers per hour. That is given. Okay. Let's try and express this in meters and time first, right? This will be 18 into, how many kilometers is 1 meter? Right? How many kilometers is 1 meter? 5 meter, right? Prema, 5 meter per second, but Prema, just 5, the numerical quantity you got is right. But how about checking, what are we finding here? Meter per second is actually velocity. Are we finding velocity in this question? They are saying a vehicle moving with the speed of 18 kilometers per hour covers dash meters in 1 second. Are we really finding velocity here? What quantity are we finding here? And yeah, 1 kilometer is 1000 meters. So 1 kilometer is basically, here according to the question, 1 kilometer is 1000 meters, right? By how many hours? Hours to seconds. Hours to seconds. How do we convert 1 hour to second? In terms of seconds. 1 hour as 60 minutes and every minute has 60 seconds. Right. So 1 hour as 60 minutes and every minute has 60 seconds. Right. We have to convert it to seconds, meter per second. Okay. Because this unit, this is given in kilometers per hour and we have to find the quantity in meters and seconds. What is this quantity that we are finding in meters? Okay, divided by 60 into 60. 60 into 60 is actually is around 3600. right? This is 3600 seconds. Okay, this basically, if you solve for this, you will get, okay, this you will get 5 meter per second. So according to what Prema is saying, 5 meters per second. For velocity it is 5, right? But according to the question, what is this quantity we are finding here? A vehicle moving with a speed of 18 kilometers per hour covers dash distance. We are actually finding so many meters in 1 second. So we are actually finding distance, right? Velocity is nothing but distance by time, right? We actually find the distance, right? The complete distance it is covered, correct? So here distance by time. From here we can say the distance is nothing but velocity times time. So from here, what is velocity? 5 meter per second into time is what? We wanted how much vehicle covering with the speed of 18 km/h covers, so how much distance in 1 second, right? So time over here, t is basically 1 second. This is given in the question. So t over here is 1 second. From here, if you see, as the distance covered is nothing but 5 meters. The distance covered over here, this answer would be 5 meters. 5 distance. Akshay, the answer being 5, that we are talking about distance, this is actually right. Okay, the distance covered here is 5 meter. Now, let's do one more simpler question, right? What will be, can you tell me, let's see, can you convert 1 kilograms, right? 1 kilograms, let's convert from one unit to another. Okay, 1 kilogram meter square second inverse 2. Okay, how do you convert it into, what is the value you'll get if you're converting this to grams centimeter square second inverse 2? If you're converting from SI to CGS, how much is 1 kilogram meter square second inverse 2 equal to in CGS units? Try this question. I'll also keep trying. Okay, if you get the answer before me, do let me know. All right. Okay, now from here, very simple basic question. What is 1 kilogram? 1 kilogram in terms of grams. 1 kilogram is equal to 1000 grams, right? Okay, 5 meters. All right. And 1 kilogram. Okay, Prema is saying 5 meters and Akshay is saying 1000 grams. That's right. What about 1 centimeter? Sorry, 1 meter in terms of centimeters. 1 meters in terms of centimeters. Hundred centimeters. That's right, Akshay. And second stays the same, right? We just have to substitute for this in this equation. So 1 kilogram meter square second inverse 2 is nothing but, in this case, you just have to substitute these values, right? So this will be 1 into kilogram in terms of grams. This is 1000. 1000 is 10 power 3, right? 10 to the power 3 grams into, okay, into what is in terms of centimeters. This will be 10 to the power of square, right? This is basically grams. And this will be 10 to the power of square, right? Square centimeters, right? Here the unit is 1. Here to the power raised to 1, right? The power raised to 1. Here the power raised to 2. Okay? Into what happens to seconds? Second stays the same, right? S inverse 2 stays the same. So 10 cube, 10 square, the whole square is 10 to the power of 4, right? Then this will become 10 to the power of 3. 10 to the power of 3 you will have here, and 10 to the power of 4. 10 to the power of 3 and 10 to the power of 4 is basically 10 to the power of 7, right? Grams, centimeter, right? Here in case of centimeters, centimeter square, S inverse 2. Clear? This is basically 1 kg in terms of centimeter square. All right. Okay, so let's do one more. Okay, let's do one more. This time what I'm going to do is, let's do the reverse. Okay, 3 meter per second is given. 3 meter per second is given. Okay, now let's express this 3 meters in seconds in seconds in place of kilometer per hour. Let's give meter per second in terms of kilometer per hour. Right? So now we are going from a bigger unit to a bigger unit. 1 meter, okay, let's see, 1 meter, 100 centimeters you've already given. Okay, Akshay is saying 10.7, that is also correct. Alright, that is for the previous question. Let's see for this question. What will be the answer? I'll try solving. If you have the answer, you can actually give it to me. Here, 3, how do you express meters in terms of kilometers, right? Basically, 1 meter is 10 to the power of 3, right? 1 kilometer is 10 to the power of 3 meters, right? That is right, Akshay. So from here, 1 meter is nothing but 10 to the power of, if I bring this will be 1 by 10 cube kilometers, right? Then if I take it to the numerator, this becomes 10 to the power of minus 3. 10 to the power of minus 3. So here, this is 1 meter into 10 to the power of minus 3 kilometers. What about seconds to hour? 1 hour has 60 minutes, right? 1 minute, right? 1 minute has 60 seconds. So 1 hour is 3600 seconds. So if you say 1 hour, 1 hour is basically equal to 3600 seconds. 3600 seconds. From here, 1 second will be what? 1 divided by, that is right, Prema. And Akshay, you are also right. 1 hour being 3600 seconds. It will be 3600, 1 by 3600 hour, right? So 1 second, if I express it over here. Now this will be again 1 by 3600 hours, right? But this is to the power minus 2. This one has no unit, so this is to the power 1, but this is to the power minus 2. So you just have to solve for this, right? If you solve for this, you will get, anybody who has got the value, we are solving for this. You can share it in the comment chat box, right? This value will be 3.888 into 10 to the power of 4 kilometers to the power per hour square. That's the answer. Okay, right. Now let's do some questions based on right. Let's do some questions based on the unit of length. When we are learning about length, we learn certain measurements, right? What are the different measurements in length? Let's do some questions based on that, based on the same. Now, the shadow of a tower standing on a level plane is found to be 50 meters longer when sun's altitude is 30 degrees than when it is 60 degrees. Find the height of the tower. Okay, if you know what formula to use to get this, you can tell me in the chat box. Okay, let me start solving the question. Alright, so there is a tower. So what I will do is I'll just draw a straight line. Okay, there's a tower, and this tower shadow, right? The shadow falls down. Right. The shadow of the tower on a level plane. Okay, there is a level plane over here. So let's draw the level plane as well. Draw the level plane. Okay, and there is a tower. Now, the shadow of this tower falls on this level plane. Okay. Over here. Okay. So this falls down over here. The shadow falls down over here, but in such a way that the sun's altitude. Okay, when the sun is at 30-degree altitude. Okay, its shadow is much longer when the sun is in. Okay, when the sun is in 60-degree altitude, this is the shadow. But when the sun goes to 30-degree altitude, right? Altitude talks about the height of the height of the sun, right, from the horizon that we're seeing, right? So this will be somewhere around this distance. Okay. Trigonometry, 2 right angle triangles. We make use of tan theta. Right, we have done this. Great job, guys. We are doing with the same. Okay. So here what happens? Let's try to do this. there is a tower. Okay, and let's say the sun was somewhere down here. This is the level plane. Okay, so when the sun was at 60-degree altitude, okay, when the sun was at 60-degree altitude, so the sun was at 60-degree altitude means when the sun was somewhere over here. Okay, now sorry, let's say the sun was somewhere over here. Okay, the shadow of the sun, right, makes makes this thing falls at 60 degrees. Okay, the buildings, when the sun was somewhere over here, let me actually make this a little, I'm sorry guys, just give me one moment. Just give me one moment, I'll make this better. Okay, let's say when the sun was basically at 60 degrees. Okay, when the sun was basically at 60 degrees, the 60 degrees, let's say the sun was somewhere over here. Okay, now when the sun was at 60-degree altitude, the shadow, the building shadow falls till the shadow of the buildings falls till this part. Okay, the building shadow right, so this is the shadow of this building. This far the shadow of this particular building has fallen. This is when the sun is at 60-degree altitude. But as it goes, as the sun goes, right, as the sun climbs higher, right, the altitude becomes, it changes, correct? Now once again, I think this would have been a much better description. I am really sorry guys, one more moment. Okay, let's say the sun was somewhere over here. This was when the sun was at 60-degree altitude. This is the shadow it's fallen. Now when the sun has come to 30 degrees, right, 30-degree altitude, when the sun has come to 30 degrees, the second one over here, the sun has actually come to 30 degrees altitude. Okay, this level, the building shadow is actually getting extended. Whatever was still here, when it's going to 30 degrees, the building shadow has gotten extended, right? How much? It has gotten extended by, in the question itself it is given, it's gotten extended by 50 meters, right? It's gotten extended by 50 meters. Okay, this part is given in the question itself. This distance from this point to this is 50 degrees. Okay, now you have to find, knowing this we have to find 25 root 3 meters is height. Okay, let's see that. Okay, what about you guys? Do you agree with the same? Okay, let's see the distance. So in this case, we know this distance d is actually given, right? Now to find the height of the tower, we have to use the formula. Basically, h is equal to d divided by cot theta 2 minus cot theta 1, right? D is actually given. D is given as 50 meters. The distance from these 2 points, right, is given as 50 meters, right? What is cot theta 2? Theta 2 is also given. Theta 2 is basically 30 degrees, right? This will be your theta 2 and this is your theta 1, right? Cot, this will be 30 degrees, right, minus cot 60 degrees, right? So if you solve for this, D is basically, you will get 50 divided by cot 30. It will be root 3. Cot 60 will be 1 root 3. Okay. To solve for this, you will get somewhere around h to be somewhere around 25 root 3. Okay. That is the value of h. Okay. Now, if you know the value of root 3, right? Root 3 is nothing but 1.732. 1.732. So from here you can find what is the height. This height of this building. This height of the building is basically given by 25 into 1.32, this is 43.3 meters is the height of this building. Okay, this is the height of the building. 23 root 3 is the height. That is correct, Akshay has given the right answer. Now let's go ahead with the next question. right? This is basically from the formula. For this we learnt this formula using this, right? If you want to measure the height of any object, now if you know this distance, right, you can measure the height, right? And if you know this distance and this angle, you can measure this height. If you know this distance, you can measure h. Now in case if you cannot measure this distance, then you have to go further away, take another angle, okay? Then if you measure this distance if you can measure, then you can again use the formula h divided d divided by cot. In this case it will be theta 2, right? Theta 2 minus theta 1. This is theta 2 angle 2 and cot theta 2 minus cot theta 1. Okay, triangulation method. That's right, Akshay. We are basically using triangulation method. Okay, let's try another question. A moon. Alright. A moon is observed from two diametrically opposite points A and B on the earth. Right? The angle theta at the moon by two direction of observation is 1.54 1 degree 54 seconds. This is given, okay? Now what is the diameter? What is the diameter of the given the diameter of the earth to be 1.276 into 10 to the power of 7, right? Given the diameter of the earth to be this value, right? 7 meters, right? This will basically be 7 meters. 7 meters. We are going to compute the distance to the sun, right? That's what we are going to find. We have done this. We have done this method we have learnt about this method in the previous classes, right? Very simple. So if you are on earth, right? If you are on earth and from earth you're measuring the two ends of the moon, right? And this angle that you're measuring is given in the question to be, this angle that is measured is given in the question to be, one second guys, right? Okay, this angle is given in the question to be 1 degree. This angle theta is given to be 1 degree 54 minutes, right? And we also know the diameter, right? We want to find this d. Okay, now how will we find the answer to this question? Okay, we want to actually find, yes, what is the distance? We have to find this according to the question. Okay, so here we will be basically using (3.84 into 10 raised to 8). 3.84 into 10, 8. That is right, Akshay. Here, first of all, what we have theta is a parallel angle, right? This theta is basically given as 1 degree 54 seconds, right? Now, we have to convert it degree to seconds, right? 1 degree is basically equal to 60 minutes, right? It's given in terms of minutes. This expressed as minute, right? Now, 1 degree is 60 minutes. So, if you are giving this answer, this will be then 1 degree. If you take is 60 plus 54 will be 100. 60 plus 54 will basically give you 144 minutes. Now convert minutes to seconds. 144 minutes. If you're converting it into seconds, if you want it, you have to multiply by 60, right? Then you will get in terms of seconds, right? Now this theta will again be, because it's given in terms of degree, right? So this theta will be equal to 141, sorry, this is basically not 144, 114. I made a mistake in writing this. This is basically 114. Okay, this is 114 into 60, right? Into, this is in minutes to radian. That will be into seconds to radian. That will be into 4.85 into 10 to the power of minus 6 radian. From here, you can get the theta, right? You can get the answer theta to be 3.32 into 10 to the power of minus 2 radian, right? Now, in this case, if you want to find the distance, right, in this case, if you want to find the distance, okay, you cannot use this formula that we learned. Why? Here, we don't know the diameter of the moon. The question that is given for us, they have given the diameter of the earth, okay. Now, diameter of the earth means, in this case, the diameter of the earth, right, according to the question, the diameter of the earth that they have given is basically 1.276 into 10 to the power of 7 meters. Right, this diameter they have given, right, and they have also said this angle, it's suspended, no, this angle that it's suspended, this angle phi is actually given to be 1 degree 54 minutes, okay. Now, we just have to find the distance between the earth and the moon. Sometimes we take it as distance, we take it as S also, right, earth and the moon. So, we are using the parallax angle, parallax formula, okay, because when you are in two different, okay, moon is observed from two diametrically opposite point A and B on earth at point A and at point B, this moon is observed, and that angle that it suspend is given, right. Now, knowing this, we have to just find the distance to the earth. This A and B, when in parallax method, this distance A and B that you measure is called as a basis, right. We basically call this as a basis, right. So, we are using the parallax method in this case, and the basis over here, right, that B is basically given by, in this case, B is basically, in that case, the two positions on earth, right, on earth, if you're taking this at A and this is an observation on B, this thing is called, this distance, right, is B, and it is given as 1.276 into 10 to the power of 7 meters. This is given in the question. Now, from here, what will be the distance to the moon from the earth? What will be the distance to the moon from the earth? This is given by S, which is basically basis by, right, by the angle theta, okay. The angle theta, in this case, basis is what? 1.276 into 10 to the power of 7 meters by the angle theta that it got in terms of radian is 3.32 into 10 to the power of -2, right, radian. From here, if you calculate, you will get 3.84 into 10 to the power of 8 meters. Okay, that's the answer for the question. Right, you guys have said d upon theta. Right, this is right. Okay, so in this case, the question, we have used parallax method. Okay, this method is basically to find the distance, right? If you know this angle, observation angle, you can find the distance of any of the diameter of any of the objects. Right, now we are coming towards the end of the class. Right, and so let's see. Okay, these I can do it in the next class, right, upcoming classes. And once again, we have an upcoming batch for class 11 from 8th June onwards. The mode of delivery is going to be in English. So I'll be taking physics, Jyoti ma'am will take math, Manisha ma'am will take chemistry, and Lakshay sir will take biology. For physics, we meet every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday between 5:15 to 6:15 p.m. And also, in case if you're taking the 11th subscription, right, if you take the 1-year 11th subscription, your class 12 subscription is absolutely free. So you're just paying for 1 year, but you're getting you're taking the course for 2 years. You're getting class 11 and class 12 course as well. Okay. Now, to avail the same, you can use my code MTIS10 on top of it. Right, on top of this offer, if you're using my code MTIS10, you'll be getting a 10% discount as well. The focus of this course is your midterm syllabus coverage. So, we would be looking at your term 1 syllabus from unit 1 onwards. Okay, then UNSAT is again the Unacademy's National Scholarship Admission Test. I've told you in the beginning of the class itself the details about it, right? Now, this is a computer-based test that's happening in the offline centers in 40 cities, right? In case if you're a IIT JEE NEET UG aspirant, if you want to take IIT JEE NEET UG courses with Unacademy, or if you're in class 9 and 10 and if you still want to take the foundation courses with Unacademy, then this is the right entrance test for you, right? Because the test last day for registration is June 2nd and you will be taking the test on June 4th and 5th, alright? Now, depending on all the test takers will get the t-shirt, but if you come in the top 40 ranks, you have a chance of winning an iPhone. And in case if you're getting the top percentages, right, depending on the top percentages that you're getting, you can get scholarships up to 90%. This is true in case if you want to take the IIT JEE coaching or NEET coaching or foundation courses, if you want to take in the Unacademy offline centers also it's true, or if you're taking in terms or if you're taking in an online subscription also, this scholarship is applicable. Now there is a fees of 199 rupees for this for taking this test. You can use my code MTIS10 to get a 10% discount on the same. Okay, now we also have the community app. So in this community feature, you can follow any of your favorite educators community to stay up to date on to stay up to date. Okay, if you will never miss any of the updates. Okay, and you can share your feedback also directly with the educators. Now the community channel for my community channel is given over here. You can go to the community channel and there will be some MCQs and single choice based question and multiple choice based question in my community link. You can take that as well. Okay, you can try attempting those answers as well. So those questions that I've added are just from unit 1. Try attempting them and I'll be adding more as well. Now Bugs Bounty is in case if you see any inappropriate content in any of the videos and okay in any of the educators video, and if you're particularly if you are going to report the same, then you can claim a prize. And also like and subscribe to the channel, like and share the video, and also click on the bell icon to subscribe to the channel as well. And whenever you have a video, just click onto the bell icon so that you can stay updated on the upcoming classes. Alright, on this note, I'm ending the class today. So if you have any doubts, you can ask me in the comment box. I can stay here to answer. Otherwise, I will be seeing you in the next class. And I hope there was one student who asked me about dimensional analysis. And I'm not very sure if I see the student here. So in case for dimensional analysis in the coming classes, I will cover them. Alright, there's an upcoming class which has dimensional analysis. So I'll cover them and I'll give you the numerical based on the same in that class as well. Alright. Okay guys, thank you. See you in the next class.